Go ahead and call the meeting to order, the Ethics Commission for February 9th, 2022. And may I have a roll call, please? Present.
Member Lador.
Present.
Member Benson. Member Clement.
Present.
Member Demling.
Present.
Thank you. We'll now move to the chairman's remarks. I'd like to defer the chairman's remarks to the end of the meeting, and we'll take that order of business up after new business. Is there any public comment? Seeing none, thank you. We'll move along to the approval of minutes. If you've had an opportunity to review the minutes from October 6th, I'd ask that we have a motion and a second, please, to approve.
I move to approve the minutes.
Motion and a second. Roll call. Voice vote, please. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Minutes are passed. Approval. Old business. Jason.
Morning, everybody. Yes, so update on ethics training. I would like to also thank Dan Hanlon for helping me as we finished, and Nancy Wolf finishing up the ethics training before we sent it out. We got it out right at the beginning of January, maybe a week after beginning of January. So we did get it out. We are getting a lot of good responses so far. I had the report run yesterday, so if people took it in the past 24 hours, I'm not going to have those numbers, but we do have, for people inside the county itself, there's been 471 individuals who have taken it. That's roughly 20% of the individuals so far. Another email will be sent out next week as a reminder that, hello, please make sure we're on top of this and we're taking this. So we're moving a good forward with that. The outside agencies, this is where I really don't like giving a percentage because we don't know their actual staffing numbers, but we have had 188 people take it out of the 485 accounts we have. But again, I don't know if people leave, they don't always delete them. So I don't want to say that's 38.76%, but it doesn't. It's not a true total of that, but again, they'll get another reminder email as well, just indicating, please make sure your staff is taking that. So we are getting quite a bit done so far. For it only being out about 3 weeks, we're moving along. Typically, we give 2-month window anyway, 2.5 months. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable where we're at with it and how we're going. We only made some minor little tweaks to the scenarios that we did, so we're very happy about that. But that means next year, if we'd like to see some true changes, we can do that. And I do think that is something we'll look at as we're going through the Ethics Act again, and we're learning more, or not learning more, but we're getting new individuals on this commission. I think that'll be something we'll want to take a deeper dive into and ensure. And again, we appreciate Nancy and Dan's hard work with all of this. So that, Mr. Chair, is where I'm at with the ethics training. If you have any questions for me, I'll gladly answer them.
No, I want to echo the same thing you said about Nancy and Dan's help, and your help too, Jason, getting all of it together. And it is the cornerstone of what the Ethics Commission is all about, is the training and the obligations we have to make sure that people are informed of what the Ethics Act is about. Any other questions for Jason?
Could I actually bring up one or two more little things?
Yes, I was going to say, please. I think you have something else.
Thank
to do.
you. So I do want to say we will have 2 openings after today. I won't get into that aspect of it yet. We'll wait till chair's remarks, but we will have 2 openings. The chairman is working hard to get those replaced, and we will have a full team still for us at our next meeting is the goal. Another thing that we did discuss was this was the meeting that we wanted to have the tabletop discussion for actually going through the process of an investigation and what that looks like, the actual hearing, if you may. However, due to the fact we thought that there was going to be quite a few new people coming on, we're going to try to defer it to June. If we have that full staff on, I'll work with Nancy and Dan to get that mock trial or mock, whatever you'd like to call it, situated for June. That makes more sense because then we have an almost new commission that maybe hasn't experienced that tabletop example. So that's where we're at with that. And I know Chair Lador, we appreciate that we worked in consultation with that, and that made sense. So that is just an update, just so you guys know we are moving forward in that direction, and we'll continue to do some great things together.
And as an option, if you need anybody to be a witness at that mock trial, I volunteer for that. So,
oh, guess what? You're going to be a witness now.
Yeah, or I could be the defendant, whatever you'd like. Anything else for Mr. Blumenthal?
Question, you mentioned that there are 2 openings, which we'll find out. Regarding myself or the others, are there reappointments? I thought I had to fill something out and I haven't seen.
Yeah, I will double check. I believe your term is still good through the end of the year, but let me double check that. I don't have that list in front of me. To the best of my knowledge, I'm unaware. I mean, yes, I would imagine that'll be fine, but I'll double check with the chairman and with Cheryl Marquet. So, but yeah, I believe you're good till May. I got to double check. I can tell you individually. That's fine. I'll look.
Anything else? Thank you, Jason, for always keeping us informed as to how things are going and keeping the ship going straight.
Thank you, sir.
Straight and narrow. Anything else under old business? Hearing nothing, we'll move on to new business and we'll welcome Nancy Wolf, our Investigator General, in
Thank you.
and to give us our report for 2021.
You know, as the ordinance provides, I do present my annual report at the beginning of the year, January. I submitted it to the chairman and I will go through those matters for you. I think that there was an unofficial report that you made on my behalf, Chairman, at the last meeting, and I can report really nothing new. But in total, in 2021, I opened 3 complaints. All 3 were opened, reviewed, and dismissed for lack of subject matter jurisdiction. I would note that, you know, we do serve, the commission serves the village of, or the city of Aurora, and I serve as Investigator General for that. And 2 of the matters that I opened did relate to the city of Aurora's ethics ordinance. But again, all 3 of them that were opened were closed for lack of subject matter jurisdiction. I would anecdotally note, and I have noted this before, that I do receive correspondence on occasion, and that I summarily dismiss it as unrelated either to the ethics ordinance in any regard or to any of the entities that might be under its jurisdiction. I had around 8 or 9 of those correspondences received in the last year, in 2021 rather, most related to entities or conduct totally unrelated. Landlord-tenant issues, parking issues, and one interesting one about the lack of proper signage indicating available restaurants at the tollway exits. Again, nothing yet. But I think to Commissioner Benson's point, does anybody know about it? Apparently the public does know that there is a county investigator general. I don't think they know what I do, but I think they know that that I at least exist. You know, Google is a very powerful tool. There must be some connection somewhere. But it is unremarkable. And as I always say, I think the evidence that I don't have any complaints is that the people know about it, the people that are covered by it follow its provisions, and no complaints are filed. So if there's any questions, I'm glad to answer those. Otherwise, that is the extent of my report.
Thank you, Nancy. Does anyone have any questions for our Investigator General? Thanks for all the work that you do, Nancy.
Thank you, Chairman. And if I can exercise a point of personal privilege, I know you'll be addressing it later, but as a professional, as a person, I've enjoyed working with you through all the years, certainly on the commission. You have been on the commission and have served it as chair the entire time I've served as Investigator General. I've relied on your sound advice and report on occasions. And again, thank you for all this. And I will also note that I've worked with you for many years with the state's attorney when you were chief of police and as a police officer. And again, it was my privilege to work with you, and I wish you all the best. Enjoy those grandchildren. And thank you for that.
Thank you. You humble me. Enjoy your grandkids too. Anything else for the Investigator General? Ethics Advisor Dan Hanlon, do you have anything for us, or?
No, not really. As Nancy said, we have done some training for Aurora. That seemed to go really well. Most of that was live training. They don't really offer, I don't think they're into our electronic system. So we've done multiple live trainings for them, for the elected officials, for the board members, for the commission members out there. And it all went very well. I've had people calling me, but it's been very quiet this year for the most part. Election season is upon us, so that may change. But for the most part, on my end, it's been very quiet.
Yeah. And I do hope that with election season come on, it made me smile, but it is an opportunity for people to call the ethics advisor, get the advice they need, or they make decisions. And that's what you've elicited as one of the wonderful things about your position. And that I think is just shows again how much information we're getting out ahead of the game before violations land here. So anything for else under new business? Thank you. I'd like to just close with some chairman's remarks. And, as you may know, this is my last Ethics Commission meeting. 15 years ago, I began serving as commissioner. There was a much different agenda. We just waited for ethics ordinances to be reported, violations to be reported, and the Ethics Commission would be busy with various hearings and possible trials. At least that was the expectation when I started. I thought I'd be hearing all sorts of challenges and we'd have trials and all of that. But however, after the first year, the commission pivoted and began to institute training on the ethics ordinance for covered employees and county board members. It took a lot of hard work on the part of staff and commission to get where we're at today, but excellent training modules, yearly required training, and a professional staff that is aligned to educate rather than prosecute has really turned the tide. And I hope that these progressive steps continue into the future. And this DuPage County Ethics Commission is a model for other commissions to follow. We've heard that from our investigator general and training and people calling in, trying to find out how we do it and what makes us so successful. So I'd like to thank the fantastic staff and fellow commissioners who I've had the pleasure to learn and serve with. And finally, I'd like to thank the DuPage County Board Chairman, Dan Cronin, for reappointing me, and for past DuPage County Chairman, Bob Schillerstrom, for originally appointing me. So thanks for all you do. And we ask for a motion to adjourn. Sure.
On behalf of the DuPage County Board, Chairman Cronin, myself, and everybody here, thank you very much for your years of service. We really and greatly appreciate it. After a lifelong career of being a wonderful police officer, continuing to serve the public is a huge thing. And the residents of DuPage County are very thrilled and thankful for everything you've done for us. So thank you very much, sir, and we do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Jason. Who would like to make a motion to adjourn? Thank you, most senior commissioner. Second, Commissioner Clement, second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion is, meeting is adjourned. Thank you.